plaintiff, Anthony Hibbler, was in a sexual relationship with the defendant for a few months, and she ended up pregnant. Anthony claims after a DNA test proved he was the baby's father, the defendant and her friend assaulted him and broke his leg, so he's suing. Defendant Mercedes Barksdale admits that her relationship with Anthony was purely sexual, and she says he has never done anything to support their child. Mercedes insists Anthony assaulted her, and she's countersuing for emotional distress.
Start with you.
Sir, I just wanted to tell you, I watch your show every day. Love your show. Big fan.
Thank you.
And if I smoke crack or hit women, I wouldn't be on your show. I know how you feel about those people.
Those two things. And the reason crack causes so much destruction to families.
Yes, sir.
And I try and shame crack addicts into changing.
Yes, sir.
Because instead of handling with kid gloves, just shame them. That's all. Maybe they'll look at themselves because a lot of them think it's all right. So I just like to shame them. And for men who assault their women, the weakest members of society are women, children, and the elderly. Yes, so it's like a strong man assaulting a weak member of society. So I stick up for the weak.
Yes, sir.
So, and that's why I kind of come down hard. So you tell me about your relationship with the defendant and what's going on here.
We met in 2005 while I was in college. She was in college. I met through a mutual friend. It was never a relationship, never girlfriend, boyfriend, none of that. It was a mutual relationship based on relations. Basically, we would have sex. I go over before I go to work, we would have sex. She ended up getting pregnant, unfortunately. But my son wasn't a mistake, but it was just a mistake just even dealing with her. But
there you go. Your son's not a mistake.
Not at all. Not at all.
So how long did you all date or have sex before you, so I see you're adamant about not dating. You must have had a woman back then.
No, sir.
All right.
No, sir.
So why didn't you take the woman out then and date her?
What wasn't happening? I know her history. I know her background. She's dated one of my friends in the past. I know what she's capable of.
Okay, so she didn't meet your needs as it relates to a girlfriend?
No, sir.
Just met your booty call needs?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Booty call, for those who are not familiar with it, particularly some of our mature viewers, that is when men, just for the most part, or women, they just want to stop by for a little while and have their relations and then leave, and that's about it. You know, don't be acting like you learning something. You know what it is. You over here looking. You act like you don't know it. Go ahead, sir. So you treated the woman like a booty call, and you allowed him to, right?
I guess I did.
Yeah, just come on through for an hour and get going. All right.
That's basically all it was.
How long?
2-3 months. This might have went on.
Oh, okay. And that produced the child?
Unfortunately.
When?
Child was born in May 2nd.
Of
this year.
All right.
2011.
All right, so what's been going on since then?
I mean, ever since the DNA results came, but everything was cool while she was pregnant. I would help her, give her money, do whatever.
Okay.
And even though I didn't even know the baby was mine, because she already told me it could be somebody else's. But it could be my baby.
Is this true?
No, sir, it's not true. He didn't help out while I was pregnant or anything.
Okay.
The other guy did, but I did tell him that's between him and another.
Okay, so you weren't sure, and he really had no obligation to help. He says he did, you say he didn't. Go ahead.
Here's a receipt. Before the DNA results came back, that's a receipt of me buying diapers. Before the DNA results.
Show me a little more than diapers.
That's before the DNA results even came back.
It's $25.
I paid.
Thank you.
Child support. That right there, text message stating I'm horny on the first.
Yeah, that's what time I looked here.
She took out an EPO on the second. That was sitting in my phone on the first, and she took out an EPO on the second. Emergency protection order.
For what? Tell me about the troubled relationship, obviously, because if she took out a protection order, tell me what's going on.
Called me, text me. If I didn't answer the phone, if I didn't answer a text message, she would text me 20 more times. Okay, she texted me all week. I need to go to your son's doctor's appointment. He has a doctor's appointment. They need your background information or whatever. Okay, cool. I'll be there. I went to the doctor's appointment. That was on the 2nd. I went to the doctor's appointment on the 2nd. She was late.
So what are you suing for, the medical bills of your son?
No, sir.
Something she didn't
I'm suing
pay?
for her breaking my leg. Her coming to my house and breaking my leg. That's what I'm suing for. She came to my house and assaulted me. Her and her friend.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're here, sir. And you are a stand-up guy because, as you know, a lot of guys, instead of bringing their ex-lover or whatever, they would continue to engage in violence. So
Yes,
I'm
sir.
glad you brought her here. And what led up to this assault? You all were having problems already?
No, she lied. She told her friend that I went to the doctor's office and I slapped her because I got mad about child support. We was in the doctor's office talking about
All
child
right,
support.
but beyond that, how was the relationship?
There was none.
Okay.
I told
you
her.
have to have a relationship if you have a child with someone.
That was it, though. You know?
Well, then tell me how that was. Never mind. You tell me what's going on, ma'am.
Yes,
He's
sir.
suing you for medical bills and emotional distress. You want to give me some background
Yes, sir,
on your
I will.
relationship?
I
Because
will.
all he wanted to tell me is about the sex.
Yeah, it's
And-
all it was. We weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. That's all it was. He would come over and we would do what we do and he'll go to work. That was fine. When I ended up pregnant, I told him it was between him and another guy that I was seeing. When the DNA test, the other guy, by the way, was there the whole time during my pregnancy, knowing that Tony is between him or Tony. The other guy brought Elijah's crib, he brought Elijah's bottles, he brought his diapers, still knowing that there's a possibility that it can be somebody else's. Tony told me to get an abortion and stopped calling.
That's
his
false.
friend-
That's false.
His friend was going back telling him, yes, Sadie, the baby's about due and all this. He texted me in April. The baby was due in May. He texted me in April, how was it going and all this? And I was like, Tony, you wasn't there before. Don't worry about it. You know, when DNA test results come back, then we'll figure it out. We got a DNA test. I filed for child support after Elijah was born, so I get the DNA test for both of them.
So why didn't you take the woman out then and date her?
What wasn't happening? I know her history. I know her background. She's dated one of my friends in the past. I know what she's capable of.
Okay,
I
so
know
she didn't meet your needs as it relates to a girlfriend.
No, sir.
Just met your booty call needs.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Plaintiff Anthony Hibbler had a sexual relationship with a defendant, and he claims she and her friend assaulted him and broke his leg.
You're suing her for medical bills. Tell me what led up to this domestic violence and tell me the outcome.
Went to the doctor's appointment. Like I said, I was on time. Long story short, she said I slapped her, which I didn't.
She said that to whom?
She said that to her friend.
Okay,
She
and so
didn't-
what happened after that?
Her and her friend came to my house, maybe 30 minutes. Her friend knocked on my door. Why you slap Mercedes? I didn't slap Mercedes. What are you talking about? Well, she's like, well, come outside. Let's talk about it. I go outside. I'm like, no, why you say I slapped you? I didn't slap. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You better get away from the car. Start taking her earrings out. You better get away from the car. Better get away from the car. What are you talking? I'm like, no, you serious? You gonna try and fight me in broad daylight in front of my building? She gets out of the car, trying swinging on me, punch me, bit me all on my chest. I called the police. I called her. She leave. I run in the house, really can't run because my leg is broke. They push their way in my house. She go to my room, steal money off my dresser, rip my curtain down. Then they're like some straight thugs just came over trying to whoop on me. And I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and fight y'all. I can ball my hand. I can knock both of y'all out and wait for the police. I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
I know I'm gonna go to jail. I try and call the police. She throws the phone against the wall. Like, for real? So finally, I get the phone again. I'm on the phone with the police. They leave. They walking out laughing, ha, 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 like some real gangsters or something. I'm like, all right. Police come over here. What happened? I was like, Mercedes Barksdale. Oh, yeah, we know her. We know her. That's the first thing
Really?
the police said. Yep, we know her.
Know
Yeah,
her from what?
the dude she used to date, she keyed his car. She threw eggs at it, busted his window, broke in his house. She called the police.
Any of this happened?
No, sir.
You've never done any
Why are you
of that?
smiling?
No, sir.
Yeah,
Because
you do have a little grin.
I have a grin
You have a
because
dishonest grin. Let me
Okay.
get back to
Okay.
him, man. I believe him just by your grin. You had one of those grins that people
This is her
give
MO. This
when
is-
they're being dishonest.
This is what she does. And I mean,
Go
I'm a-
ahead, sir. And so how did that end?
Police come, took pictures, had bite marks on my chest, my arm, had like a little abrasion when we was rolling on the ground. I got the police report right
I
here.
see it.
That's a police report. That's a witness statement from my neighbor too.
All right, what ultimately happened? Did you all go to court?
Went to court, and the judge is gonna charge both of us with domestic violence. She goes in there and starts crying, I'm gonna lose my job. So the judge was like, well, y'all can have a mutual restraining order. And that's what
All right,
happened.
ma'am, let me hear from you.
On the second Tony came to the doctor's appointment, the reception desk is over there and there was a waiting room right here. This is when Tony chose to say that. He came to the doctor's office talking about child support. He was talking about he seen your show earlier that day and there was a man on there about child support. And the man was saying that he did all this stuff for this female before they went to child support court. And he says, I'm not doing anything until we go to child support court, which was the 19th of September. I said, Tony, I'm not talking about child support with you because we're here about my son. Tony's like, I don't care what you want to talk about. They call Elijah back, which is our son. They asked us to take off Elijah's clothes so they can get his weight. Elijah had a dry mark on his stomach, which is why we were there. He says, what is this on my son's stomach? I'm like, Tony, that's why we're here, and stop disrespecting me.
Why am I calling that? That's false.
Right.
That's
over
false.
and over in the hospital in front of people.
It's not the hospital, it's
Go
the
ahead,
doctor's
ma'am,
office.
go ahead. I don't believe you, but go ahead.
I know you don't believe me, and
good,
that's
as long as you know.
For what?
Yeah. See, you got a dishonest look again. You're trying
I don't
to hide
have a
your
dishonest
grin.
look.
You're
It's
trying
not
to
a
hide your
grin.
grin. You're lying.
I'm
I
not
believe you're lying.
lying.
I believe you are.
She is.
okay.
Thank you.
So, what happened after that?
My son was on the table. Elijah started crying because I told
Ma'am,
Tony
did he
to stop.
hit you?
Yes, he hit
All right,
me.
did you call the police?
No, I
Were
went.
there any witnesses to this?
Not in the
Did
hospital.
you tell the nurse?
No, sir, I
Did you
did
tell
not.
the doctor?
No, sir, I
Did you
did
tell
not.
the front desk?
You know why I didn't tell
No,
them?
I don't need to know why. Did you do it or not?
No, I did not.
Okay, because I believe you're going to tell me another lie.
I'm not
so
gonna
let's
tell you
get to what
another
happened
lie.
at the house. Did something occur there?
And my friend picked me up because she's the one that drops me off. I came to the car crying. We dropped off Elijah. She's like, Sadie's, what's wrong? I said, Tony slapped me. He was friends with my
I don't
friend.
need to know all the background.
Okay, well,
what happened after that?
she
Did you
drove
all
over
then
there.
go to his house?
She drove over there and I stayed in
Why?
the passenger seat
Why?
because she wanted to talk to Tony.
You wanted to confront him?
No, she wanted to talk to him because they were friends. She wanted to talk to him
And
and,
what
ask
happened?
her why. She went in. Next thing I know, Tony comes out because there's a door in front. He
comes
swings
out
the
and
door
what,
open.
ma'am?
He comes to the car. He opens the door. He pulls me out the car and he starts fighting me.
That's false.
And my friend Keisha tried to get him off of me. I got up and I ran. I ran into the hallway of the apartment building. Tony runs in there
Ma'am,
after
did you
me.
call the police at any point?
Sir, we went to the police station.
Who did?
We did, me and
Let's
my
see
friend.
it because he has a report that shows he called the police on you. Let's see your report
I went
showing
up there
that
to
you
the-
called. But show me the report.
I'm
There's no
telling you what
problem.
they said.
Show me the report.
I went up there.
Did you show me the report?
I went
He has
up-
a report that says
I
you
don't have
assaulted
that
him.
report. They
That's
said
why I don't
because I'm the
believe you.
suspect
You're
and the
lying.
victim.
You're lying.
I'm not
You are.
lying.
Judgment for the plaintiff. Your claim of emotional distress is dismissed. I don't believe you. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank
I
you,
just
sir.
don't. I
Thank you,
believe
sir.
nothing. I
That's
don't.
justice. That's justice right there, baby. That's justice. That's justice right there.
Come see your son still.
Yeah.
Man, you still don't
Exactly.
come
I
see your
still
son.
can't see my son.
No, you
It's
don't come
cool.
see him.
That's
You
cool.
don't come see him.
I'll
Your
explain it
friends
to him.
try
I don't
get
want to deal
him.
with you.
You
I'm
don't
not
come
gonna
see your
deal
son.
with you,
Our
man.
son is 6 months old. You ain't buy him nothing.
I see him at
You
18
haven't
years.
done nothing for
I pay
him.
child support.
You see him in 18
What are you
years,
talking
right?
about?
Okay, see him
I
in
explained it
18
to him. He gonna
years.
resent you.
Explain it to him.
He gonna resent you.
I tried to get your friends to come get him. You tell them no, Tony.
Man, I don't want to
Bring
deal
me
with
in
you.
and try-
I don't want to deal
have
with
to deal
you.
with me.
Not
go
you.
Get him from the daycare. You said no. You
don't
didn't
run
want to get him from
nothing.
daycare.
You don't run nothing.
Exactly.
Get
Go
this
get him
child
from the
support. Shut up.
daycare.
Keep lying, man.
All right, see, go
You
get him from
silly,
the daycare.
dog.
Go get him
You
from the
silly.
daycare. You don't want to go get him from the daycare?
Justice, man.
Yes, justice.
Justice.
Right.
Justice.
Right. You're
For
right.
real.